Alright YouTube, we got another project for y'all today. So you notice my winch cable's out. My dad has a old Ford 5000 tractor. I think it's an 80s model, something like that. It's got a power steering issue, can't start it up because it'll start blowing fluid everywhere. So we're going to test out this winch on this Roxor and see if we can pull it across the yard over there. And then from there, we're going to somehow wiggle it over underneath that building there so we can work on it and get out all this slop. All right, I got it squared up. I got my winch controller right here ready. And the plan is, I guess, see if the parking brake will hold while I operate this. And if not, I'll have to jump in. It depends. I think it'll move it, just some parking brake, but we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Oh, wrong way. It's moving it. Said before, it's had no power steering, so we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna turn it. The steering's stripped out on it, so we'll give you an update once it gets turned. All right, you see it's got slop in it. That's why I can't steer it up here even without power steering. So he's gonna try to put a pipe wrench or vice grips on it or something to see what happens. Ready? He's getting it turned a little bit now. Might hit that piece of equipment, we don't know. Dropped something off there. I think it's them pipe wrench. Hey, you're probably gonna have to straighten up your wheels to get past there. Got a log splitter on the ground. Yeah, if you just straighten it up a little bit, get it past there, then we'll see. I don't know if you guys can hear me over this winch, but it's about 5,000 pound tractor or something dead weight, but it is pretty solid ground at least, so I can't say nothing about that. But it's still pretty impressive. Parking brake's holding it. Alright, we got it pretty close. We got to resituate and I'll catch up with you guys. Alright, I don't know. I don't think my mom got the video. I handed her my phone, but she's not used to Android. Anyway, what we did was just pulled it from over there where you saw the GoPro. The battery just died on that. That's why I'm on my phone. So hopefully that video come out. Pulled it over here to there, and then pulled it forward over here. I did have to put the Roxor in 4 low to get it low enough gearing. That's one of my complaints with it. I don't know if I've mentioned that on any YouTube video before, but I wish the gearing on the Roxor was a lot lower than what it is, especially reverse. It's horrible. It's high. Anyway, I didn't have to apply any sort of throttle at any point. I actually had to hold in the clutch to get it to slow down even in 4 low first gear. So I did all right, and we just strapped it to the axle right here and then onto the Roxor on my little ball. So anyway, worked out good. Didn't even tear up the ground, nothing. Now we can work on the tractor. And anyway, that's the update for now. All right, everybody, I'm back. That video I did earlier, I didn't figure like it was enough content to just make a video out of it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pair something else in with it. What I'm gonna try to do today is vent my differentials, and there's one on the transfer case that I'll show y'all too that we'll talk about. But I bought a 1/4 inch fuel line. Let me see if I can get it underneath here. You can see it right there. Okay, I got 25 foot of it, so it should be plenty to route it and wrap it around. But that's what it looks like, and that's the little nipple that it slides on your differential. You can see the spool of it somewhere in there. But what I plan to do is route it up that way somewhere and tie it off and cut it, and then do the one in the back. My parents is it was right here somewhere, so they apparently do every Roxor different. I don't know, mine's like 600th one made, theirs is like 1700, like in production line. So I don't know if you can see from that camera angle where my old one zip tied up right there, but it is, yeah, there it is. There's just laying there. That's not very high at all, kind of pointless to me, and supposedly that doesn't keep water from coming in there. It's like a little valve on the end of there, but I was told that's just kind of like a dust cap. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and route these up higher. So let me go ahead and do this front one, and I'll get back with you. All right, here's a better look at what we're talking about here. I already took the other hose down, but it wasn't probably about a foot long. You can see how I got it attached there. They had it just pinned up on this little piece of frame tubing right there. See, I got my hose laid out, and I'm about to pull it up through, but I want to go ahead and show you what this looked like. Some kind of like dust cap, or I don't know exactly how that works, but it for sure ain't gonna stop water from getting in there. So I'm glad I took it off and gonna do it the right way. But let me see if I can pull it up through here. Now the problem is going to see how I'm going to route it. And honestly, now that I'm up here, it kind of looks like I'll go in through there. There's not a snorkel kit yet, so I'm really not too concerned about it. I mean, I'm 6'2", and I mean, this is waist high where this intake is right now. So if I can find some place to wrap this up here, then I mean, everything will be run to about this height. So let me get some finagling going on with this fuel line. Then I'm gonna have to make a cut. So I'll catch back up with you whenever I get that secured. All right, a little update on the front axle. You can see it run from right there. I have it zip tied down there. I don't know if you can see it. And then run up here. And there was a few different options on where I wanted to route it at. But I thought about just making a loop and then just kind of hanging it on this. And I mean, the only downfall to that would be if you need to take your headlight out, you'd have to move it, but all that would be is that you just take it and just slip it over the side and let it hang while you work on your headlight or something. So thought about that. That's still probably an option. This may or may not be the final place that I run it, but I have it on this intake right here. So I just have it looped around right here. And the theory is, I guess, that even if water gets in that, it can't make it to the bottom because it has to go through a circle. You'd have to like roll your vehicle to be able to get the water down in there. So, and any kind of dust or whatever that might go in there, hopefully will settle at the bottom of one of these tubes that are wrapped around. So a lot of you probably already know that. That's just kind of, I don't know, I'm not really that familiar with it. That's just kind of what I gather from it. So I got it just tied around there, zip tied, and if it's knocking on that door where it's about to come in there, then I mean I'm already screwed because it's about to come in my engine anyway. So I felt like that was a pretty good spot. You can see it's not hitting the alternator, it's not rubbing on the any belt, any fan, and down there it's clear of the radiator by 4 or 5 inches. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it in the front. So I'm going to go to the back side, and I already have it unhooked. It looks exactly like the front, but I still need to take it off of the frame where it's zip tied. So let me get started on that, and I'll show what it looks like once I get it hooked up. All right, everybody, quick update on the back axle here. So what I was gonna do is run it up through this hole. I actually already had it done, and I already recorded a clip, but I changed my mind. I had it wrapped and looped right here, and it just didn't look that clean. It didn't affect anything. You could open the tailgate still, but it was just run up here and had it looped around right here in the back. If that's how you want to do it, I mean, you would for sure never have that in the water unless you just want to sink your stuff, float it off in a river or something. I do plan on going through deep stuff, but nothing that crazy. So I tidied it up. The back actually wasn't that bad, and I'll show you in a second. Okay, so stock, at least mine anyways, it was hooked to, can you see that little nipple right there? I'm pointing to it. Okay, on the back side of it, there's no other hose. It's like a loop. It's like a metal little fitting, and man, I thought I was gonna do so much better than them on this, but it actually isn't that bad. And if you want to be a trooper and connect your fuel line to the back side of that piece of hardware, if you can get it on there, go for it. That's what I was thinking about doing. Just leave the existing vent line that was on it, the black hose, and just tap into it on your hose. But I just went ahead and routed it, looped it around, and zip tied it to the frame right here. That's the best I can see. There's no higher points than that on this whole machine, unless you went on the outside of your vehicle. But if you think about it, I mean, that's really not that bad, especially if you went any taller with your ride. I'll show you. I mean, we're looking at like basically right here. So I mean, you'd have to go that deep in water to even touch your hose. And like I said, it's wrapped, so that's supposed to prevent a bunch of water or debris from even getting in there in the first place. But the last thing I wanted to show you guys, and I'll go ahead and wrap this video up. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Okay. I'll weasel this camera around. All right. That silver little top there, that is your vent line on your transfer case. All right. I can't slip a hose on that. That's gonna have to be a whole new fitting with like a nipple on it and run a hose off of that. So I can't do anything with that right now. And let me see. I'll show you what it does. Can you see it clicking? It goes up and down, and I don't know how that works exactly. I don't know if that's just another dust vent. If you know, let me know in the comments. Tell me. I want to learn, because I've never seen stuff like that before. But yeah, that's how they had my razor run, was just like this. They had it in the back wheel well frame. They had it looped just like that on my my rear transmission, gearbox, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I've done today. It's been pretty productive. I feel good about that. It looks really clean right here in the front. You can't hardly even see it, so I feel like I'm all right on that. There's big news for this thing coming pretty soon. I'm pretty excited to show y'all. I'm excited to see myself, but this thing's about to get serious. It's not even gonna look like this anymore. That's if everything goes through. I've had lots of issues getting the right stuff and planning it out like I want to. I think this is gonna work out now. I think I got it sorted. There's a bunch of things ordered. We'll have to see. They say probably the end of next week, so like January 7th-ish, something like that, which is conveniently the time I go on long break at work. So maybe I can get it all put on, and we'll see how it goes. But please subscribe and like this if you want to see more and help this channel grow. I'm pretty excited to what's to come. I'm about to go crazy with this build. I'm broke, but I'm gonna have a nice looking Roxor. All right, so we'll see y'all later.